Then at some point, when you realize like, wow, we have actually 20 full-time employees now, and a lot of people feel lost. How do we adjust? Now it's a real company. Now there's other factors you have to consider other than just per property, culture, systems, future growth, key leadership. How does it all work? Accountability. So that's the really cool thing about entrepreneurship is that, it's gonna slap you in the face for what you need. And then how do you proactively solve it so that it never happens again? That's the key to entrepreneurship. So yeah, it's been a fun journey for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate so much to, so many things you just mentioned, and it's like taking off my business partner and I were doing everything, right? And then
Yeah.
in a very short period of time, all of a sudden we have hundreds of units, then over 1,000, and then, it's
Hmm.
like then we're hiring people, and then we look back and think, okay, well, wait a minute, we actually have to become a business.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like, and it's a never ending improvement process, right? I feel
Yeah.
like, for all those things you mentioned, culture, accountability, et cetera. But, you mentioned too in there, and I want to get into some of those things, but you mentioned, you had a $15 million fund, you closed it out at 17. I mean, that's a major success. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
How did you start this fund, raise that much capital? I know that's what a lot of listeners are thinking. Oh, wait a minute. How do you raise that much capital on
Right.
this fund? Where did that come from? What were some keys there?
Um, you know, I'm very fortunate and blessed to have an amazing network. But what I will say is this is that you know, coming up in poker, a lot of people, really connected with me. And there's a lot of great people in poker. And as I was coming up in real estate, I was just self-funding all of my own deals. Along the years, everyone was asking, hey, do you think I can get in on your deals? And I just said one day, yes, not now though. And it was funny because last night, my partner was making fun of me. He's like, "Do you remember the first deal that you were super nervous and like really scared to raise up, $700,000?" And I said, "Yeah, that's like back then when you've never raised before. Who the hell's going to trust me and who the hell's going to say yes and give me their money?" Um, and it was a really interesting progression. And so, one of the key fortunate things is that I built a lot of great friends. I will say that I had that out the gate. I have a really strong network that I've cultivated for many, many, many years. Now, I will tell you the key to the success of raising that fund, because I couldn't rely only on my network. We're incredibly lucky that we get a ton of referrals. And I really, really believe this.